Hey,
Hola.
how are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm good. It's really nice out right now. It was like raining and it was cloudy, but now it's so nice out here.
What time is it right now?
It's 4.
It's close to sunset.
Yeah,
The nice sun then.
but also it's gonna set like very soon, so it's like the last night
Yeah.
I can get.
Yeah, I love it. How are you?
I'm
I'm
good.
so happy
I
to have
know.
you
I
back.
feel like I am like a changed person. I feel like from the last episode we did till
Yeah.
now, I just think things are so different in the best way possible, but
Yes.
just so much has changed, and I like it though.
Like what?
Everything. So when I originally did the podcast with you, I was
Hmm.
saying I don't know how school will be with like an Instagram page with a platform.
Right. I want to get into that. Yes.
Yeah. So when I did go to school, I think I was just it was a complete shock in the beginning, like balancing everything. I eventually figured things out, but like first getting to school, it was a lot and it was hard to balance at first too.
How come?
So, in the summer, I had a job, I had an internship, but I definitely had a lot more downtime to, post
Hmm.
content, create content, DM people, talk to people. But like when I went to school, I'm in class for 2 hours and I have 3 classes like back to back. So it's just,
Hmm.
I was so disconnected. And then I think I lost the, enjoyment of content creating and just having my platform. So I got a little sidetracked, got distracted, with other things in school. And then I feel like I just got like burnout. I was like, how am I supposed to go to class? I had a job too. I was in a sorority and still consistently post content. And I think I was just getting burnt out also from doing it. So,
Okay.
yeah. But I have come to terms. I love this platform. I never want it to go away. But just in school, I was having a lot of moments where I was like, I don't know if I want to do social media anymore. Like, this is like a lot.
Wow.
And it's just, I don't know. It was hard balancing with school. Like, I really had a struggle with that. But I think I've figured it out and I'm going to make it work next semester.
Hopefully, yeah, I love that. Is this the same reason why you've posted about dropping out?
Well, okay, I joke a lot about that.
Yeah, I know.
And I tell my friends all the time, I tell my parents all the time that like I don't need school. Like I feel like I love school and I love my classes, love my major, love my friends. But I think having this platform, having this Instagram page has showed me and opened up many doors in the
Hmm.
sense of like I don't need to be sitting in a classroom for 2 hours learning about
No.
stuff that like it's great, I'm learning stuff, but I think I can just do other things with my time. So
You can. You're here,
I know. Yeah, but
right?
I do love school. So I don't think I ever will drop out of school, but sometimes I'm like, if I did, I could be doing so much more too.
Yeah. I think your mentality is just you need to drop out of school.
I know. I'm like really like, I've thought about it like a lot, but
Yeah.
I do want to mention like this past semester has been so much fun. Like I went out a lot in school, but I didn't drink at all.
I know.
Not once.
Okay.
And people like just can't get over it. Like girls will be like, I don't know how you do this. Guys can't like believe that I don't drink and I'm so outgoing, so social. And I had a blast, honestly, going out this semester, going to parties and just, living like a normal college life.
Hmm.
So it's interesting, but I had a lot of fun this semester too.
Yeah. I've gone to saying no one believes I don't drink. Why do you think that is?
What?
Why do you think people cannot believe you don't drink?
Because like I literally will act like I'm drunk. Like I will match people's energy. I just have like a lot of energy. I'm outgoing. I'm social. I'll talk to guys. Like it's just I don't know what it is. I think, and then I've actually thought about this. So I've worked on myself so much, and I'm just confident now. So when I do go out, I don't think I
Hmm.
need something to make me more talkative, more flirty, more funny. And I'm really comfortable with myself, and I don't think I need anything to help that. So that's a big part of it too.
I love it. I love it. I've been thinking recently about, and I've written about it, vitality
Mhm.
being more of a spiritual concept than actually like a physical concept. And like the idea and the example I give is Donald Trump.
Love
You
that.
know, he's fat, seed oils all day. He doesn't know what water is. He just drinks Coke.
Sure.
Yet
Yeah.
he's like the most vital human being on the planet.
Right.
So I think this like social aspect is also something that Twitter and base bros forget. but it's
I
also such an important part of vitality.
Yeah, no, I think in the summer I was so hyper focused on the gym, working out, content that I've lost. I think I lost a bit of that vitality over the summer of like for myself.
Right.
And school kind of helps me bring me back to reality, like that fun, outgoing, social girl. Summer kind of like made me lock in on the Instagram page and just focus on that, which was great. But I think I lost a bit of that side. So definitely vitality was brought back for sure.
I love it. So let's keep talking about like the college bicep by Brit
Oh my god, it was
lifestyle.
yeah, no. So before I had the like before like it blew up, people knew about it, but it wasn't like a big deal. Like it was like
Hmm.
whatever, small Instagram page. And then when I got to school, like just people could not believe it. Like guys just call me biceps just anywhere. My friends call me biceps. Like I'm like literally I hate to be like egotistical, but they're like I'm a campus celebrity. Like I get things like that. And it's definitely fun. And I say humble all the time, but it's just it's interesting how a number on Instagram can change the perception or how people
Mm.
perceive you differently. And it's like sad and good at the same time because like if let's say I didn't have 30,000 followers or
Yeah,
29, I've lost some followers, but let's say I didn't have that, I just don't think people would respect or really listen to what I have to say,
that's super
unfortunately.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think that number really like put a thing in some people's mind, like, oh, this girl has something to say, or she must know something. So it's just interesting, and people just can't believe that I still have like a big following on social media too.
Hmm. So how does your lifestyle look like right now?
So right now, I haven't been lifting that much. I kind of toned it back a bit. I was doing a lot of
Hmm.
yoga. I still lift here and there, but I'm not super, anal about gotta get my workout in. I felt like over the summer I was so programmed, so hyper focused on working
Okay.
out 24/7, and I think that caused a lot of burnout too. So at the moment, I'm trying to get back into that like lifestyle, but for now, I'm like kind of taking it slow. I'm more like into reading and learning, and just it just feels different right now, and I kind of like it a little slower pace, but I don't know. It just feels different.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I think something that I read about you a lot last podcast was the fast lifestyle,
Hmm.
was dancing this that all in one day. I,
Yes. No. It was that's me in a nutshell, and I think it like really hit me recently. Like slow the fuck down. Like you don't need to be doing so much.
how did that happen?
It just like when I got to school, I had the Instagram page. I had two jobs in a sorority, doing classes, going out, and
Right.
like it was great that I was doing a lot, but I'm still so young. I don't need to be doing everything in the world. So it really hit me hard, but hit me
Yeah.
good to slow down, and I did. I really did slow down, and just hung out with my roommates, hung out with my friends, and just didn't worry so much about the gym and content, and just was a 20-year-old girl. That was
Hmm.
like how I felt, which helped a lot.
I love it. I love it. You're slowing down, but you're still
I'm still working
creating
hard.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. What advice would you give to, I guess, kids your age in college as well that want to live? This is going to be the next question, but who want to live a healthier lifestyle and a more like less degenerate one in college?
Well, the thing is, like everybody says, you gotta have balance. Moderation is key, and I still go back and forth on that because I used to have like that balance and drink and eat like shit and work out, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't satisfied. So I think every person is different. For
Okay.
me to be fulfilled, I like to feel good 24/7. I don't want to be, consuming not great things. So I think it just takes a lot of trial and error, like learning a
Yes.
lot, like making mistakes. Honestly, like make those mistakes. I really am glad I made mistakes because I would have never have learned from them.
Okay.
But the only thing is like make the mistakes, but make sure you're aware and you learn from them because you can make the mistakes and just move on and
Hmm.
that's it. But make sure you really just understand like yourself too.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. What would you What is a healthy lifestyle? What do you consider that? What would that be?
Okay, so as of now, I want to feel good. I want to just, like feel happy, like laugh and just be social with friends and family. And it's not just about like the working out. That's what I've really learned lately. Like, I want to just be able to just be like have I don't even know how to explain it.
I think I
Be
understand. Yeah.
be mobile to do anything and
Yeah.
not feel like you're trapped in this like one way, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense at all, but
No, it does.
yeah, like I think this semester I really learned how to be a little less in my bubble and
Hmm.
expand more.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
try different shit out, maybe.
Yeah, like just it's okay to not like go to sleep so early every night. Like I would go to bed like sometimes 2 in the morning and waking up like late. Like it taught me like it's okay to not be so perfect too.
Hmm.
And
Right.
I came from like a mentality of like being so structured, so perfect, so this and that just it is what it is type of thing.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think resilience is more important than perfection, which
Yes, I
is this thing that you just said, like going to sleep at 2 a.m., waking up, whatever. You're
yeah.
still, yeah. I love that.
Like
I
I'm
love
still
that.
gonna eat right. It's just like some days I'm not gonna be super perfect with like my schedule or my
And
day.
I'm still,
Okay.
yes. I love
Yeah.
that. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So eating, what? How does good food look like in college? I know people struggle with that. I had
Yeah.
a podcast. I think it was like 6 or 10 episodes ago. Actually, he's also in college and he struggles with food over there
Was he living like on campus in a dorm?
on campus. Yeah, that was a
Okay.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big problem for me freshman year. We had no kitchen. I hated the school food. Didn't really eat the
Hmm.
school food. So luckily now, like I'm off campus in an apartment and I have my own kitchen and stuff. So it's not a struggle now. But for people that don't have that, it is very difficult. Um, so like for me now, like what I eat.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a lot of fruit, a lot of carbs, a lot of rice,
All
and
right. Carbs. That's
yeah,
been
I
big for you
know.
lately, no?
What?
That's been very big for you lately,
It
no?
it has, and I think it's really helped just like with energy, vitality. I feel like I've gotten leaner from more carbs, which is very interesting.
Yes.
I used to be a little fearful, I'll be honest, of a lot of carbs, a lot of sugar. I've been reading a lot about like sugar metabolism, the whole repeat stuff. So I know it's all these bad things, but it's very interesting,
Yeah.
and I feel like I look better, I feel better just from like I eat ice cream every day.
Hmm.
I don't know, I really like incorporate a lot of new things, and I feel and like look so much better, which is weird, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think this was because you tried carnivore, no? That was like
so
a
bad.
big, yeah, I
that was a,
remember.
that was a bad mistake. I don't know what I
Wow.
was thinking. Yeah, very bad.
Hey, but you learned, you experimented. That's
Exactly.
beautiful.
See, take the mistake, but learn from it and
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
but
I had a similar experience, I guess this like summer where, or even it's been like a 8 month thing where I would just do 2 meals a day. It would be big because
yeah,
I
no,
focused on
that was
intermittent fasting. So
yeah.
I thought that was it, right? That's how
I
you
know,
lose the fat,
right?
whatever.
Yeah.
No,
No.
like completely the opposite. I tweeted about
yeah.
this yesterday. It's like I've been eating more than ever.
Me too.
120 grams of sugar in the morning,
Yeah.
and I've never felt or looked better. It's just crazy. This it's crazy how ideas circulate in
hmm
like health ideas circulate in this echo chamber. It's
I know.
amazing.
It
Yeah,
is interesting because like everything that you think is right is usually wrong, or you
yeah,
think is helpful is usually
yeah.
the complete opposite, which is hard. You have to really like seek the knowledge,
And
seek the
listen,
real.
yeah,
It's hard though, because like mainstream health advice is more prominent out there, and
yes,
like the secretive little groups is so hard to like know about
right.
and find.
And
So
it's also about like trial and error. A lot
yes,
of
it is
people thrive with carnivore. A lot of
right.
people can't do 20 days.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
No,
And
but I think from just experience and obviously is my personal opinion that the majority of like the carnivore people, and I don't want to like throw shade towards anybody,
Yeah.
but what's her name? Like steak and butter gal. You know what I'm talking about? No?
No.
Oh wow, she's like a big like carnivore.
And it's on Instagram.
Yeah, she's huge, and
Steak and butter gal.
yeah, look her up later or something. And I love her. Don't want to like throw any shade, but and she thrives on this diet, but she's not.
Ex-vegan. I know who she
Yeah,
is.
you do.
Hmm.
And my point is that she thrives this way, but she's not looking to put on muscle. She's not very active. So that's why it probably
Hmm.
works for her. She's not trying to be, working out 24/7. And I think that's what happened with people with their carnivore diet. A lot of like health or fitness fanatics were like, oh, let me try this. But like at the end of the day, if you're working out so much, how could you thrive on just protein and fat? Like you're just
Right.
like I felt awful over the summer. I had the
Hmm.
worst experience with it. And I only did it for 20 days, but still like those 20 days I was
It was
breaking out in
enough.
hives. What?
It was enough.
It was awful. It was enough. I like broke out in hives and people are like, "Yeah, just keep going. It's normal. You're just detoxing." But that's not like vitality. That's not a way of life to live, to be constantly breaking
No.
out in such.
Apparently, feeling like shit is detoxing.
Yeah, like I was like, I feel like I was waiting for this magical experience to happen, and people are
Right.
like, keep going. I'm like, where is this gonna end?
Right.
And
Right. Yeah.
I've come to terms that people that do thrive on carnivore, obviously, my opinion is just people that are not, want to work out or put on
Hmm.
muscle or just want to thrive. So
Yeah. This thing about putting on muscle, it's something that I've read a lot about today,
okay,
where it's not just about hypertrophy and feeding yourself protein. You need
Mhm.
energy to absorb that protein, to
Yes,
build the muscle with more than
rest,
just protein.
right.
That's where you need insulin. That's where you need sugar.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And you need a proper working metabolism to make all of this happen.
I'm very into metabolism lately. I've been reading so many books and I'm obsessed with it. And I find it just very interesting because it's really everything. It
Yeah.
dictates your mood, your skin, your hair. Like it's crazy how like that really dictates a lot of things.
What have you changed recently that you've been focusing more about on metabolism?
Um, I think I'm just trying not to be so restrictive, fearful. Like if I do eat
Fear. Yeah.
something, what?
Fear is huge for
Yes.
metabolism.
Like I used
Absolutely.
to be so I can't eat this, I can't eat that, but I mean it is what it is. I need to feel my body.
Yeah.
So I think just breaking away from that fear mentality and that restrictive mentality and just eat real whole foods and just it's okay. Like just to not be perfect also at the end of the day too.
Yeah, I love that so much. 100% like fear is a big thing that dictates how your
Yeah.
metabolism is going to work. Have you
Yes.
tried if you're already such a you're already a
Uh-oh.
campus celebrity. Have you tried doing something with your school?
Okay, so when it comes to like my friends and people that I know, I hold back on a lot of like health content. I don't know why. I don't want to like bother people or be annoying about it.
Oh, okay.
But like even with my roommate or my friends, I've never like you got to change your diet, you got to work out more, you got to do this. I never want to be like that cuz everybody has their own journey and everybody's on their own
Yes.
path and I don't want to be like, pushing my beliefs and stuff. So I haven't done much with my school or even like
Hmm.
my sorority either. I hold back a lot with that.
Have you thought of anything?
I have, and people tell me like you should do events, you should do like a group workout class or
That would
something.
be so based.
I know it probably would be, and
Yeah.
like I have a big like everybody like kind of knows like biceps by Brit. It's like a thing, so
Hmm.
I
I
definitely
love it.
could.
Yeah.
No, I definitely could, but I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe.
I think I 100% understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if I do decide, I'll give you some credit for that that idea.
Perfect. Um, you've been trending on X
Oh my
recently.
god, I would knew this was coming up.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with it,
I
and
know.
yeah, you're probably like she's tweeting 24/7. I don't know what it is. That's like my new thing right now. And
Yeah.
I don't mean to intentionally grow. I'm just shooting up content out there and writing my thoughts and my opinions.
Yeah.
And people are like loving it too. And I think the other reason why I do love X a lot is because it's not very perfected or curated like Instagram is.
Right.
Your reels got to make your font good, your caption, your cover. Like it's a lot of like, and I don't want to bother with that sometimes. So X is just you write something you thought of, you put a picture, and you interact with people, and it's a lot less like mind. It's mindless, but not at the same time. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's easy to blow up there.
It
I
is
mean,
easy.
you just have to be real,
Yes, and
right?
also X is not for the weak. Like you can't just go
No.
on there thinking you're gonna like I think X is also a platform for people to share like intellectual content and
Yeah.
informative content and
That's
political
what's
beliefs.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why I do thrive on there a little bit because I'm very opinionated. I'm very into current events. I'm very aware on just what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it's aligning pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think majority of people cannot do well on X. It takes a
Mm-hmm.
type of person for sure.
100%. 100%.
Um,
There's this I don't know if it's your bio still, but or it's a tweet. Quote, in a nutshell, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. What do you stand for? Like, what are your values? Why is that so important for you?
okay, so I've always had this like mentality that if you believe everything, you're just gonna fall for anything. So I just have like a set belief on just the world, and I think that if people don't have any groundwork or foundational beliefs, you'll believe anything anyone says.
Yeah.
You'll think this person said something, I'm gonna trust them, but never like put the work in and research and learn. So that's what that kind of entails. And then another thing I'm just huge on, and I think I've really built a platform and a community because of it, is that I've taught majority myself everything. I, of course, was in high
Mm-hmm.
school. I'm in college, but I've learned more things on my own and reading,
Mm-hmm.
learning, and that's why I'm saying like formal education will make you living, and self education will make you a fortune. Because if you're more aware and you just understand the world and people, you'll just have a stronger way down the road. And I really stand by those quotes so much.
I love that. So what are your beliefs? Um what keeps you from falling for everything?
I don't know what it is exactly, but I have like this intuition about what feels good, what feels right, and it's like something you can't explain or teach. I just have like this innate intuition. I've just always been like that, just aware. I think it's just awareness at the end of the day too. And some people just don't have it. Unfortunately, just they just are walking around the world just completely, just unaware of what's going on. And I think it does stem on how you treat your body, your lifestyle, and yeah.
Right. Do you think there's I was about to ask any connection between intuition and the physical body, how you treat yourself?
Oh, definitely. I remember when I know people always say don't mention that you drank, but because I'm underage, but I don't care. So when I was drinking, my freshman year of college, I just remember feeling a brain fog, not motivated, not. I had no like deep thinking. I wasn't creative. I was just kind of going through the motions, like everybody else. And then I never was like that. So I was like, something's off, something's not right. When I stopped doing what I was doing and like worked on myself again, I had way clearer mindset. I had a drive, ambition, and just a different like outlook on the world. So it definitely stems from your lifestyle factors, what you're putting in your body, what you're consuming. So everything is correlated, everything goes hand in hand. But the thing is, and I was making a video on this actually earlier, that when I was, I think you saw that tweet when I looked so different. It was like,
Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Wow.
holy shit. But I want to make this clear because I clickbait people a little bit. So that picture on the left, I looked at like so inflamed, like my skin was peeling. I
Mm-hmm.
had like fake lashes. I don't know what I was doing. But I didn't look like that going into college. I looked like how I do now.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I started eating and drinking and instantly just change my whole entire look. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, I want to make clear is that when I did start drinking and feeling shit, I knew something was off because I had the groundwork and the basis beforehand. A lot
Right.
of people will start drinking and think it's normal and they think it's fine and whatever, but I like knew deep down this was not me, this is not who I am, and I never was like that. I in high school I was very into health and fitness and treating my body right, so I just knew something was off, and that's the issue though. Like if you don't have like that groundwork, that foundation, you won't know what's wrong too.
Right. I love that. I love that. There's another post uh, that was very interesting for me because it's true. I don't understand. I eat healthy, work out, sun, ground, treat my body right. But out of all my friends and roommates, I'm constantly getting sick. They drink,
Yeah.
smoke, eat bullshit, stay up late. They don't get sick. The same thing is here.
Okay.
Um, what's
Yeah.
your takeaway on that?
So I like had numerous conversations with my friends, my roommates. So I was going out a lot, not sleeping a lot either, and same with my friends. They were doing the same thing. They were eating, they were drinking like shit, and typical college life. But I was the one that got sick a lot. I was just and I think we came to the terms that my body just wasn't used to it because I've always, I'm taking care of myself 24/7.
Right.
So the one time that I don't, or the few times that I don't, my body's like, what the hell is going on? So it's almost like maybe that's normal. And people
Mm-hmm.
that are constantly treating their body like shit and they don't get these signs, that's probably
Mm-hmm.
not normal either.
Right.
So,
Of course. I
like,
think
it's,
that's also why it's important for us to like spend health because it just makes you resilient.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it is like so many people treat their body like shit and they never get sick, they never feel off or weird, but for some reason I always felt it. Like the next day I'm like, oh, I feel not great,
I
like
think
staying
it's
up
just
super
they're
late.
they're down all the time.
Yeah, so they're not
Yeah.
even aware or used to that feeling, and I'm constantly feeling good about myself, and I have a lot of energy
Right.
and I
That's
want to do
incredible.
stuff. So I think the like normal majority people don't
Hmm.
feel like that, which is like I hate to be like that, but
No, I know what you.
you know
Yeah, you're not
yeah,
trying to be an asshole. Yeah.
yeah, so majority of people are just going through the motions and not even aware of what good maybe feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not aware of what good maybe feels like. That's really interesting, but it's true.
I'm gonna get canceled.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
Huh? You're gonna get
No,
canceled? You said?
no. Well, I would always like say stuff in college, like about things. I'm very opinionated, and people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna expose you. You're gonna get canceled," or
Hmm.
like, obviously people are joking, but I don't know, it's funny.
No, but it's true. I think it's almost why that other lifestyle is so encouraged. It's just so you don't feel anything ever and you don't go against it ever.
Yes, yeah. Like I think when I was during that like drinking partying lifestyle, you're very numb and you're not like aware of
Hmm.
what's really going on. So and once you get out of that, you're like, holy shit, I never want to be like that again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. If
that's
you're
how I feel
numb,
right
you're
now. Yeah.
super controllable.
And a
Yeah.
lot of people, because like my 21st is coming up, they're like, are you gonna drink? Are you like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know, because I was like miserable when I
Hmm.
did drink, and I felt like shit. I felt awful. So I don't know. You can't blame me for not wanting to. But
Go
people,
jet skiing.
I know. But people like at my school, they just can't believe that I don't. They're like, you're no fun, or like, how do you do this or that? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't want to feel like shit.
Hmm. Do you still collaborate with people with that mentality, if that makes sense?
That like party and stuff.
No, with
Oh,
that, yeah.
like if I would like collab with like a video, you mean?
No, collaborate as in spend time with them.
Oh, yeah, because majority of my friends are like that, my roommates are like that,
Hmm.
and I'll be honest, I do like it being around
Hmm.
that because if there was like 27 of me all like near me, I would hate it too.
Yeah.
Cuz like, I don't know, I don't want to be so like health conscious in every aspect, like
Hmm.
especially my social life. So, I kind of like how my friends are different than me and it kind of helps, give that balance, but
And they respect you, which is cool.
yeah, and I never push anything on them, and they kind of respect me. So, and I don't know, like me and my roommate, we always joke we're complete opposites, but we work so well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the copper IUD? What was
I
that? Yeah.
Holy shit, that's another whole thing. And I don't know, because like my mom was like, maybe don't bring it up because it's like a personal thing. But I do talk about it a lot, like on my
Yeah, I
platform.
understand.
So I got that because I thought it would be the best option. It's
What is
non-hormonal.
it? Peptides? I don't understand. I don't even know what it is.
I honestly don't even know that much either. I know it's just made out of copper and plastic, and that's put into my body. And I know it just I like looked into a lot of things with it.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't want to be like too specific and detailed here, but overall, I want to just like make it aware and known that don't get it, or if you have it, get it out
Yeah.
because I think it
Why'd you post about it?
because I think it really triggered a lot of anxiety, a lot of just mood changes, mood disorders, and I felt awful with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started doing more research and reading about it, and that copper does heighten anxiety. It actually makes mood disorders worse, and there's a lot of studies backing that up with copper being so toxic to females, people in general.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing called copper toxicity, and like you can go down a rabbit hole, down a rabbit hole to figure that all out. But I just know that was really bad for me to get that. I got it out. But it does take a while for my body to like detox that, and it was a big foreign thing in my body, and my body did
Mm-hmm.
not like it at all.
Yeah. What about the 75 hard is a scam? I completely agree with that.
Well, first of all, like I don't know if you're like into this too, but I've been reading a lot about too much water is like terrible for you.
Am I into it? I'm selling something that goes against that.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, there you go. So 75 hard. Well, this kind of relates to like the coaching business, like the coaching stuff I started.
Right.
The guy that I work for, he's like, "Oh, I'm starting 75 hard now," and I'm like, "Great," but like, I don't know, like these like big trends, these like big, involved lifestyle changes, is just so not realistic and just it's like so extra. Like, why do so much? Just do
Right.
basic, simple things, and you'll be fine. You don't need to do 75 hard. It's just stupid.
It's almost that like people do it just to do it and almost to say they did it. And the
Yes.
problem with these challenges or whatever is it ends there.
Yeah, I know. Like after you do that, like then what? Are you gonna still work out? Are you
You
not gonna?
finish 70-day,
Right. I
75
know.
days hard. Oh, I can go celebrate now.
I know.
Whatever.
And
And
then
you're
also
back.
that's the issue. If you're so restricted for so long, once you stop, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna binge out now. So it's like that really like high mentality for just like like a small part of your life for what? Like just constantly work on yourself instead of 75 days or 30 days. So I just don't like those extremes at all. It's
100%.
yeah.
What about coaching? Why'd you open that? I saw you
Okay.
did.
So I'll be honest with this. It's not something I want to do forever, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
not crazy, super passionate about it. But at the end of the day, you never know where life will take you. And
Mm-hmm.
I am doing it because I am knowledgeable. I do love this stuff and I want to help people. But it's been like a bit of a challenge for me to do that because it's just something so different. I've never helped people. I've helped myself. I've learned stuff on my own, but I've
Mm-hmm.
never put my stuff to use or to practice. So it like kind of fears me in a way. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why.
It's an interesting
Um,
practice.
yeah, and it's going good and I love it. And it's definitely not something that's doing great right now. I have to work on it
Mm-hmm.
constantly every day. But like my dad said, like you never know where this can take you, so why not just try it? And
Yeah.
I am trying it. I do have one client and she's doing amazing.
Wow.
So it's just something that, I'm in college is another side hustle to do and something
Mm-hmm.
to work on, educate myself more, educate more people. But it's been an interesting journey with that, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like that one client's gonna not only help you grow a lot, but the business as well as like proof of work.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if this is something I want to do forever. Like I know it's not really aligning 100%, but
Mm-hmm.
that's what you do. Like you try things out, see how it goes, and if not, it's okay to step back and do something else. And that's
I
kind of
think,
how. Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting you say that. That's why the podcast is here. It was just like a reason for me to. It was just a way for me to learn while I dropped out of school. I knew I didn't want to do this forever, but that brought what I'm working on right now.
Right.
So
True. That's
100%.
yeah. Like you never know where this coaching business can take me. So
Yes.
And it's been like, I don't know what it is, but it's like kind of like a battle, like internally with this coaching business, because I've always looked at like my platform and my Instagram and everything just like for fun and passionate and just
Mm-hmm.
creative. And then that's what I think it is. It's in turning into a business kind of makes me feel like, what's going on? I don't like it. So I think that's why I'm like resenting or feeling off with it. But at the end of the day, like I want to monetize, I want to make
Mm-hmm.
money. I
Mm-hmm.
provide so much content and free stuff, so why not?
I
But
love it.
yeah, it's been a hard like internal battle for some reason with that.
How are you approaching the coaching?
So I do work with like a company and a team, and they
Mm-hmm.
kind of help me and they tell me what to do, and that's been another struggle because they're like, we want you to post 5 times a week, we want you to do this, we want you to do that, and
Mm.
I have never done stuff like that in my life, and
Okay.
that's the other thing. It's hard for me to like listen to somebody telling me what to do when it's my stuff, my platform.
Right.
So yeah.
What about the work with a client? How do you work with that?
So that's all online. It's through a software that we text through 24/7. She checks in how she feels, how she's doing. She sends me pictures. I give her a meal plan. I give her a workout
Right.
program. And yeah, that's basically it for that.
You built the meal plan, everything?
Yeah.
What
Yes.
is it based out of?
So she'll fill out like intake forms, what she likes, what she doesn't like, what's her goal. She wants to build muscle, wants to lose weight, um, and then it kind of helps me to figure out what I should provide her.
I love it.
And then every so often we'll check in, say how's this meal plan doing, and I could tweak it, add stuff, take things out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely a lot, and it feels like a business, and that's also why I think it's hard for me to be super passionate about it. But she's doing amazing, and she's
Mm-hmm.
losing weight, and I do want to get more clients, but it's been like kind of a struggle to do that.
I love it. I love it. Is there any example you can give with that client directly of how you're working on coaching, just so you can use this podcast too?
Um, I don't really like talk to her about like personal things. It's more just
Mm-hmm.
like I'm helping her with advice and tips, but I've never told her, certain things
Mm-hmm.
because I kind of just want her to get the results and feel good and feel happy, but I don't get into anything that deep too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. So, B, for my last question, what is the work you do, whether it's school, your podcast, which, how's that going, by the way?
My podcast.
Yes.
I haven't done an episode in a while. I've been slacking with that, honestly. And people do ask me all the time, like, let's do a podcast together. And I don't know. I don't know how you do it. Podcasts are a lot.
They
So,
are. I just see them as something for fun, honestly, just like a game.
no,
I
it is
try
fun.
to. I try to. That's how I make them happen, I guess.
Right. And also, I was in a podcast class last semester.
Right.
So,
That's why I wanted to ask. I saw
yeah.
that.
And it was funny. Like, I like walked into class saying like, "Oh, I have a podcast. I have 30,000 followers." And people are like, "What is this?" And my professor always joked with me, and I would take like episodes we did in class and just put them on my podcast. But I haven't done like an actual podcast in a
Hmm.
while.
I love that there's podcasting classes in your school.
My
That's
school
so
is,
based.
I love it. My school is like the best.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think you should leave then.
it's a nice school too. So,
Yeah. So back to the question: what is the work you do taught you about the world?
whoa, let's see. Um,
Everything, like in general, the coaching, being
okay,
biceps by Britt, being
right.
a friend.
Um, what has the work taught me about the world? I don't. I think. Wow, you really like you made me.
Don't hurry on
No, I
answering the
know.
question.
I don't know. I think just you don't know what you don't know. Just keep learning, keep exploring, meet new people, keep growing, evolving, and there's just so much to know. And I think
Yeah.
why. Oh, my biggest thing right now is like why settle when you have so much potential, you have so much
Why
growth,
settle? Mm.
and I think that's what all this has really taught me. Just yearn for more. Like, of course, I had that following and lose followers. Don't know why, but I think why not just keep hustling, keep growing, keep grinding,
Yeah.
and because you never know where life will take you. Honestly,
I love it.
I never would have thought I would have like a platform on Instagram. Like I still can't believe I have that. It's weird.
That's crazy where you're going to be in like a year time
I
even.
don't
I was
know.
about to say 5 years, but it's 6 months, a year. It's crazy
I
how
know.
things move when you move.
Exactly. And you really have to, because I think also for a tiny bit, I got a little comfortable too. I was like 30,000 followers. I work,
I've done it. 30,000.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I work with brands. I'm posting. I get a lot of likes, comments, but so what? No one cares. Keep going. So I think you have to just keep it going, be aware, and not get too comfortable, because even though I have like a following, whatever, so what? I'm not done yet. There's so much to
Yeah.
do in the world. So
Yeah. I love it.
yeah.
I love it. And welcome back. That was beautiful.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
going
I
to
talk
let,
too much.
huh?
I talk so much.
That's amazing, by the way. I love that that happens, and it's fun to have a podcast like that.
Yeah, maybe you'll
Yeah,
inspire me to do more, because I need to do that again too.
absolutely. And I don't think I'm gonna let a part 3 happen if it's not in person.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you're in Tampa, but right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever been there?
I've I mean I lived in Miami for 8 years.
Okay.
Um, but not. I'm dying to visit Tampa.
Tampa is a very like
I know.
wellness community too. So that's good over
Have you
there.
met any of the bass brows over there?
Honestly, I was working at. Oh, this is a funny story. So I was working out at Lifetime Gym in Tampa. I'm a member at home, but not in Tampa. But I went for like a day, just a day pass. And this guy came up to me. He goes, "You're Britt, right?" And I had no idea who this dude was. He's like, "Biceps by Britt." I'm like, "Yeah, I know who I am." And he's like, "Do you know who I am?" And I'm like, I didn't know who he was. But then like he told me his name, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like then I put it
Who?
together. He told me his username. Oh, should I tell you?
Yes.
Cooking with Chris.
No way.
You know who that is?
Of course. Wow.
He's big on X also. And I was just working out, and he literally came up to me, and I had no idea who he was. It's just because, like, you see people on social media that you see them in real life. It's just like a different
Mhm.
context. And I felt so bad. I was like, I had no idea who this guy was. But then 10 minutes later, I was like, oh my God, I do know who that is. And
Mhm.
then when he was talking to me, he was like, oh my God, you know who training Paul or something?
Of course.
Okay, so he was like training with Paul's over there. So it was like funny. I was like, biceps.
No.
Yeah. He was like, so I was there, biceps by Britt, and he's like cooking with Chris, training with Paul, was like in the same room. And that was like a really funny situation that I couldn't like tell anyone, because it wasn't gonna be like on my Instagram, like didn't know who
Mhm.
this dude was. But now me and him, we always like each other's stuff, and we're talking.
Dude, you guys should
Social
do
media.
something in person.
What?
You guys should do something in
I
person.
know, we should like
This is what
collab or
this is
something.
what's great about like
Social media.
social media and
I
everything. You just meet them in the gym and then you
yeah.
create something. Who
Yes.
knows?
No, actually, he's like recommended like a bunch of like farmers markets to me, and I went because of him. So he like always
Totally.
has like good ideas.
You guys should cook together something or something. Yeah,
That would be an epic collab. We should.
100%. Cook
Yeah.
something like college style based meal.
No, I should, because I don't know how old is he? I don't even know.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. But I felt so bad that day. I was like, I didn't know who he was at first.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. This was a great round too.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
And if I do my podcast, you're gonna be the first one. Just know that.
Appreciate it. 100%. Let's
Yeah,
do
and
that.
also
Let's do it soon then.
no, yeah, and then also I just want to like congratulate you, and like you're grinding also with your company, and
Thank
I'm
you.
right there with you and applauding you along the way. So keep it up as well.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you so
course.
much.
Thank you so much as
Thank you
well.
for coming back.
Yeah, I wanted to so badly.